Hello everybody and welcome to another pomade review. The pomade that we're going to be looking at today is Cold Duck from Mr. March's Pomade. Now this pomade is a heavy holding pomade that is micro wax based. And based on the performance of it, it is very orthodox to what we might assume to see from a micro wax based pomade. So let's get into it. So as you can see, it is a blue color, very bright blue, a very nice color. And the scent is you can choose peppermint or spearmint. So this one is spearmint. So anyway, it smells really nice. It's very light, very clean, very refreshing, and smells a lot like just chewing gum, but very not overpowering at all. I mean, you hardly really smell it on yourself, which is good sometimes because you don't really always want that really powerful smelling pomade. So let me show you how it scoops. A little bit of force in there, but nothing crazy. The scooping out with micro wax based pomades, the scooping out isn't really what's the issue. It's always rubbing them in your hands. But this one rubs together quite sticky. So it does, because it is that micro wax, does get a tad bit clumpy, but that's what we expect because it doesn't have any petroleum in it. So very orthodox to what we'd assume to see from a micro wax based pomade. So one thing that I did notice when you scoop this stuff out, if you get a bigger scoop than average, it clumps up quite a bit. But it's nothing to worry about because you just have to add a little bit more pressure and a little bit more heat to it. So goes in the hair, relatively heavy. Bit of tug and pull, but nothing that we wouldn't normally see in a heavy pomade. So just basic tugging with the heaviness of it. And I'll get my last scoop in here. So I have a 1 day buildup in, and the buildup is there's a lot of buildup, like many micro wax based pomades. There's a ton of buildup. There's a ton left in my hair, so I didn't really have to add a whole bunch. So, all right. So now let's get to slicking it back. It's got a pretty nice shine considering it is a heavy, a little more than average, but it is quite heavy. And I have to say the performance and the overall impression that it gave me is very similar to Voodoo Brew number 1. Voodoo Brew number 1 acts a lot in the same way, but I have to say I prefer this one over Voodoo Brew number 1 because it has a better scent, because I'm not too crazy about that coconut in Voodoo Brew number 1. So as you can see, styles very nice, gives great hold. Just everything pushes down very nicely. Everything sticks together quite well. But you see that shine, it dulls down just a little bit, but it's a little more than the natural shine that your hair would have just normally. So it's pretty good, just a little more than average. Alright, and then you can get some crazy good height with it because of that heaviness to it. So quite good. Gives me good shape, which for a heavy is quite unique, because heavies too often follow the pattern of your comb extremely, like follow it exactly and precisely, so you don't get a lot of natural shape to it. But this stuff gives you a good amount of natural shape to it. So quite good. Alright, well that is looking about done. Alright. So final verdicts on Cold Duck from Mr. March's Pomade. The scent, really light, not crazy. Really light scent, and it slicks the sides down quite well, very well. Build up on it, a ton of buildup. If you like buildup, you'll like this. You know, hardly any of it washed out. So it is great in the buildup department. Gives you pretty good shape and has a decent shine to it. So I have to say, if you're into heavies and you're into buildup and like having that real denseness to your hair, I'd say you better give Cold Duck a try.